Welcome to the Shintaro Higashi Show with Peter Yu. Before we jump into the main episode, I just wanted to give a big shout out to our official sponsor, Levon. Thank you so much for your support. And now to the main episode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Shintaro Higashi Show with Peter Yu, but no Peter today. He's just kind of on the production side. I'm here with Osamah Almarwai. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
You are the Nogi current IBJJF world champion. Am I right?
Yes, I am.
Nice. That's very exciting, man. Can you tell us a little bit about your BJJ journey?
Yeah, so I'm currently as you said, now a Nogi world champion. I started training in Saudi Arabia. I started training. The first session actually I took was in about 2007, 8. I took a few sessions
Nice.
at the time when I was in high school, but then I had transportation issues and the gym was kind of far from my house.
Mm.
And then I had to stop for a little bit. Then after I finished high school, I went to Orlando, Florida in 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
And my university was offering free classes, you know?
Oh, wow. Nice.
So I went back to jiu-jitsu. I was
Oh,
doing mostly Nogi at the time. And then after I finished studying English, I went back to do my undergrad in industrial engineering.
nice.
And in Saudi Arabia, my father used to work there. And so I started just training jiu-jitsu. My brother actually is the brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he was the one who inspired me and motivated me to continue
Nice.
training jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And I finished my industrial engineering degree, and I came to the US first in Miami. I trained the five sports for a little bit, and then I moved to San Diego, California, to do my master's degree in engineering management.
Mm.
And that's when I started training at Atos Jiu-Jitsu.
Got it. Got it. So when
My
did
first
you?
camp was the ABCC camp.
Oh, man. I
2019.
hear that's very tough.
Oh, that was the toughest camp in my life. And imagine that was my introduction to Atos.
Oof, wow. Yeah, because I'm kind of at an affiliate right now, Essential with JT, and they're doing the world team camp right now. So it's an 8-week
Yeah.
thing. They're doing the comp classes, the extra drilling. It is not easy, right? It is not easy.
It's nice. And I heard your the ABCC camp at Essential was really crazy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's
'Cause,
wild.
JT was pushing them.
Yeah.
And they came last week, they came to Atos
Mm.
and they looked sharp, all of them.
Yeah, yeah. Exciting times, right?
Yeah.
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 Training like that is incredible. So what does your training look like right now?
So now, my training camp was divided to two, I would say, parts. One part was in Ramadan,
Mm.
which is 1 month where we fast from almost sunrise to sunset.
Yeah.
No water, no food.
Every
So
day
before Ramadan,
for a
every day
month.
for 1 month,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. So around 12, 14 hours fasting. Before that, I was training almost 4 sessions every day
4 sessions.
before
Yeah.
Ramadan. Yeah, so I would drill before the competition class in the morning, and then I would do the competition class. And there was a lot of focus on me by Andre Galval because he
Mm.
was pushing me, you know.
Yeah.
So he was shark tanking me, you know, always like getting a fresh person
Yeah.
every like 3 minutes or so. I was shark tanked today while fasting.
Oh,
Actually.
brutal.
He did not care. He
Yeah.
was like, man, we're going to get you
Yeah,
ready.
good.
So that was the first part. And then at night, I would drill again and left or train, do the night session,
Ah,
jiu-jitsu.
nice.
So like 4 sessions between drilling and
Yeah.
And then in Ramadan, I only reduced my train. I canceled one drilling session. That was before the competition class
Mm.
because I wanted to get extra sleep. Sleep is very important for
Yeah.
me when I'm fasting.
And I heard the comp class
that's
over
how I
there at 7
recover.
a.m. Is that correct?
So we have two competition classes: the gi competition class,
Yeah.
which is at 7 a.m., and
Cool.
then the no gi competition class, which is the one I'm doing now, at 10:45.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
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 So I do that, and then right away after I finish, I try to go home and sleep. And I don't want to think about water.
Oh, you can't even drink water. That's right. That's brutal.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. You know, if it was only food, it would be okay. But the water is the
Wow. Oh
hardest
my
part. You know?
God. I was like, oh, it's, that's insane because I was just thinking like, oh, it's intermittent fasting. I don't eat after training, before training. Not a big deal, but not drinking water after. I mean, if you're used to cutting weight, right? Like it's kind of like cutting weight, but doing it day in and day out for
Yeah.
a month. Oh man.
Yeah, that was the water was the hardest part. Actually, today I had an interview at the gym then, and then by the end of the interview, you know, when
Yeah.
you talk, when you don't have what, my mouth was getting dry. It was hard for me to talk. I
Wow.
was like,
Yeah.
my mouth was like heavy. Yeah, so but mentally it makes it tough.
Yeah. How's your weight right now?
Mentally, my
Yeah.
weight is good. So I'm a little overweight. I've been gaining weight. This is actually not my division. I usually compete in the division below, like 120 something.
Mhm.
Well, ever since the fight was announced, I've been working with Electron Performance. It's a gym that helps me
Yeah.
with the weightlifting program. We had a very solid program to make me gain weight. So now I gained like, I would say maybe 10 pounds or so.
Okay. That's pretty.
So I'm a little overweight now,
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome though.
but I'm going to
Yeah.
get it. Yeah. I feel strong. I feel very strong now.
Nice. And so when did you come to America? Right after high school, or did you do high school here or in Saudi Arabia?
No, I did high school and I finished high school in Saudi Arabia. And then I came here right after I finished high school. I went to Orlando,
Yes, that's
Florida
right. You mentioned that.
to study
Yeah.
English for 1 year. And then after I finished studying English, I went back home to do my engineering. And then,
But you're from Yemen,
that's
right?
when I came
Originally, you're
back.
from Yemen. Never read that.
Yes, I'm from Yemen, but my father used to work in Saudi, so
Nice.
I grew up there. Basically,
Nice.
yeah.
Did you ever do judo there? I know judo, a pretty good judo team right now.
Yeah. I did judo actually. I did judo for some time. They have with the national team, the Saudi national
Yeah.
team. I was not the national team, but clubs, and the clubs had like national
Level guys.
people in the national team. So it was a very tough training.
Nice.
They would have like it was a very bad at gym.
Yeah.
Like, they had weights on the mats, and we would finish like we would do a
Rope,
lot of
yeah.
ropes because they in judo. I think they need to have like good forearms,
Yeah.
strong
Strong
forearms.
forearms, strong. Yeah.
So we would
biceps,
do a
yeah.
lot of like conditioning with the weights and stuff.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
What was jiu-jitsu training like over there?
At the time, it wasn't that
Yeah.
popular, jiu-jitsu. That's why I started doing a little bit of judo because it was more popular, tougher. So it wasn't that popular, but now it's getting very
Oh, I
popular
bet.
in
Right.
Saudi
With Abu
because
Dhabi, ADCC over there, right?
exactly, yeah. So now they have the federation. They have a federation
Yeah.
for the sport. They have a national team. So it's growing, and they're bringing like the Soldier brothers are going there for a camp now. I don't know if you know them. They're like very solid guys.
Nice.
They're always bringing like people from outside to train their national
Yeah.
team. So it's growing.
Oh, that's
actually.
wonderful.
It's growing. They have competitions. At the time back then, it wasn't that much. We would have like very small
Yeah.
competitions, and sometimes you would compete against your teammates.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those guys. Yeah. Now it's a whole different world of grappling now. We're so connected, all of us, jiu-jitsu, judo, wrestling. Now we have Flow
Exactly, yeah.
Grappling. We can watch it. Jiu-Jitsu Fanatics. Are you on that? BJJ Fanatics?
Yeah. I'm working on my DVD now,
Yeah.
but I haven't had the time to finish it because I've been focused on
Yeah.
training. But after this camp,
That'd
I'm
be
gonna-
good, man. World champion. You have this other super fight coming up with Musumeci, and then you have your DVD
Yeah.
release. It's funny how we call it DVD. Right? It's not. No one has the actual
Yeah,
DVD.
It's not even a DVD. It's
Yeah.
online.
How old are you now, by the way? Okay,
31.
so
I turned
you remember
31 on
DVDs,
April
right?
11th. I remember. Yeah. of
What was
course.
your first
I remember.
DVD?
What was my first
Yeah, that you
DVD?
bought.
I don't remember. I remember, but we would buy all those like movies. I remember the DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Good
was,
times, man.
wow.
Yeah, you both. So now you focus on BJJ full time. That's your whole thing right now, or do you work also? Like, what does your professional grappling life look like now?
So I'm focused on jiu-jitsu, but I also have a job. I work as a process analyst. My job is very flexible. Luckily, I have a
Yeah.
very understanding manager.
Yeah.
I work remotely from home, so I make my own
Oh,
schedule.
good.
I work on weekends
Man,
sometimes. As long as I finish a test, my boss is fine.
Oh, good. Man. Yeah.
Yeah. So luckily, I'm very grateful that I can pursue two
Yes, for
careers
sure.
at the
Being
same
a professional athlete and
time.
yeah, that's
Successfully,
amazing, man. Do you
Yeah.
love both of them, like your career and BJJ, or your jiu-jitsu career and your work career, financial whatever career?
I love both of them, but honestly, I love
Oh
jiu-jitsu
yeah.
more.
Do you ever see yourself like working in jiu-jitsu full time, like in grappling full time in some capacity?
Yeah, I think pretty soon I'm gonna focus full time on
Okay.
jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
especially with the one championship opportunity.
right.
The exposure I'm having now and so on. Here there's a lot of opportunity now for me to just focus on jiu-jitsu and make money off of
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu.
So tell us about this one championship with Mikey Musumeci. We all know he's a great accomplished grappler. What are you doing to prepare for it? Like, what is your game plan? You don't have to obviously disclose everything, because he might even listen to it, right? Be like, oh shoot, he's working on this thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, tell us a little bit more, maybe something about your game. I'm sure all our listeners are very knowledgeable grapplers. So now they're going to love to hear your take on this.
yeah. So I've been watching Mikey for a very
Yeah.
long time. He's been one of the best for a very long time. Honestly, I never thought I would fight him at one
Yeah.
championship, but one Nogi Worlds, they
Yeah.
approached me, one championship. And once you become a world champion, you're on their radar basically.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we gotta get that guy. And so actually Mikey was cornering, a lot of people didn't know this, but Nogi World, the semi-final, he was cornering my opponent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he saw me very close.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So we had a brief talk. Like he congratulated me, he was very nice and so on. Then after I won, I was approached by one championship to fight him. And ever since they announced the fight or they approached me, we just started preparing. I trained with
Yes.
one of the best people to give you a strategy, to be honest with you. He's really good with
Yeah.
strategy. He's been watching his matches. He's been watching
Of
Michael's
course.
matches.
Yeah.
We've been, finding vulnerabilities in his game, what we can do, and so on. And so in the beginning of the camp, we were working a lot of strategies, like defense, how to block his game, how can I impose my, and so on. But then towards the end, there was a lot of rounds, a lot of, pushing the conditioning more.
Yeah.
So I can be really, technically as well as physically,
So what kind of jiu-jitsu game do you play for our listeners who maybe haven't seen your match? Who want to see you fight on May 5th on Amazon Prime on One Fight Night 10, right? Because you're the co-main event, is that right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's a huge deal.
Correct.
What can those guys expect, from your grappling style? Like when they come in to watch your match, you're like, all right, we want to see some big takedown, big pressure, ankle locks. Like, what is your game?
A lot of people are gonna see part of my game that I haven't shown much of in competition.
That's exciting.
Yeah. They're gonna see my
Top game. Top game. All right, pressure
pressure.
passing.
Yeah, I've been, I train with the best top passers, the Rotolo brothers.
Oh yeah.
And they've been giving me a lot of pointers, about passing. And I train with one of the pressure passers, Andre Galva. Usually in competition in other organizations, I have to worry so much about, not so much, but I have to worry about the points, like that. So I play like more of a strategy, like usually I play a bottom game, reverse De La Riva, De La Riva, and so on, because my division, this is, playing bottom is pretty common in my division. Lighter weight divisions. I'm sure you know about.
Lightweights.
On May 5th, I've been working on my top game and my leg locks. I think I'm gonna surprise a lot of people with my pressure.
Wow, that's exciting. Yeah.
They're gonna see, they're gonna see something I don't think they've ever seen before.
Are the Rotolo brothers training with Atos?
Yeah, they're part of our camp. Actually, Ty Rotolo is gonna be on the same event.
Yes, that's right. Because I spoke to Vernier, also on a previous episode. I don't know if you got a chance to listen on YouTube and everything. Pretty cool. You should check it out.
I'll watch it. He's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy. Yeah, he's actually training in Texas right now.
Yeah. I know he's taking it very seriously. I like this, man. I like when people take the challenge seriously. He's ready, man. He's
Yeah, good. Very exciting, man.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do you do it, man? Like just a full-time job, full-time training, fasting. Man, it's got to be pretty tough, right? How do you take time off, or do you give yourself a mental break on Saturdays, or how do you balance all that?
Yeah. So first of all, it's all about time management. I learned this. In my undergrad when I did engineering, and I was training almost full time at the time. So it's not easy. I knew I had to have I have very strict schedule. Stick to it. Of course,
Yeah.
sometimes you don't stick to the schedule
Yeah.
that much, but you have to have a schedule. It's all about time management. And for me, it was like working on weekends at the time. Like my homework's on the weekend, homework
Yeah.
on the weekend. So, well, for me now, at Atos, what we have is we have competition class on Monday, Tuesday. Don't have a competition class. We have the regular classes. So it's like a break in the
Yeah.
middle of the week. It's like an active
Yeah.
break, so you don't burn out,
Yes.
which is very good. I think it's very good. Yeah. And then we finish the week strong on Thursday and
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Then Saturday you do your lifting or drilling. So it's like the cap is like up and down.
Mm.
Yeah, Galvao makes sure that we don't
Yeah.
burn out. It's very important
Nice.
for
Yeah, at the
him.
National Training Center for Judo that I used to go, with Travis Stevens and Jimmy Pedro, they used to always do hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it would taper off. Thursday was one practice or something. Friday was less. They would kind of taper off. But I
Yeah.
know it's essential, with JT Torres has a similar schedule to you guys. Tuesday, Thursdays are the very high volume days. Monday, Fridays are like sort of the, training, but not so crazy comp days. And Wednesday is like kind of the day that, they give a break a little bit,
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about judo or wrestling, I think there have been a lot of studies or researches about the
Yeah.
high level grapplers, which is something we don't have in jujitsu.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen a lot of researches about how the high level grapplers train and what their
Yeah.
schedule is like. In jiu-jitsu, a lot of people are just push, 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 push. A lot of them break mentally. It's
Oh,
hard mentally.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Physically, yeah, it's like when you're pushing just without break, a lot of people give
Yeah,
up.
for sure.
They gotta
Yeah.
balance it out.
So how far do you want to take the BJJ, the grappling? Like what goes through your head maybe 3 years, 5 years from now? Like where do you want to be?
So honestly, now I feel it's a lot of pressure on me because I'm representing not only my country, but I'm representing the whole region,
Yeah.
the whole Middle East. I've been getting a lot of messages, people supporting me from the whole Middle East, from different
Yeah,
countries.
I
in the
bet.
Middle
I
East,
bet.
Yeah, so for the next 3 to 5 years, I really want to represent well to the best of
Yeah.
my ability. I train
Yeah.
so hard. One of my goals was winning the world championship
In
in
the
the gi.
gi. Awesome.
This is one
Yeah.
goal I want in the gi.
You do any
Yeah,
gi
yeah.
training now or
So
no?
after this one champ, I'm doing gi
Still,
trainings,
nice.
but not like twice, 3 times a
Yeah.
week. So, but I'm
Of
focused
course.
on no
Of
gi.
course. Yeah.
Obviously, I want to win one championship. This is the biggest
Yeah.
now.
What a huge deal.
Win
Yeah.
one championship. Man, if I not winning, if I win it, it's gonna be a huge day for me. But I have all the support from back home, and now one championship is actually pushing to have more events in the Middle
Oh.
East. So this is very, very hopeful for me
Yeah.
and very good for me because hopefully one day I can fight. Back
Oh
home
yeah.
somewhere.
That'd be really cool.
Or somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very cool. Yeah. But yeah, my goals are winning one championship. The Pan Ams in the gi, the World Championship in the gi, and hopefully the Asian Games also. I want to win it this year. It's gonna be this
Nice.
year.
That's very exciting, man. Yeah. So you have an answer for the Mikey lock and
Thank you.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We've been working for Mikey
Yeah.
everything. We've
Good.
been watching him. We've been watching, and I'm
Yeah.
sure he
Why
does the
wouldn't they?
same.
That's what you're supposed to
he's been
do,
doing the
right?
same.
You're supposed to kind of do a little research on your
Yeah, yeah,
opponent and things like this.
of course. But usually I fight in tournaments, and when I fight in tournaments, I have so many opponents, so I just
Yeah.
have to work on my game. But this
Yeah.
camp has been different because I'm fighting
That's
one
true.
opponent.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's my whole
Mm.
focus is on him, and I feel that I have improved so much, because when you prepare for the best, you're just pushing yourself
Yes.
so much, from the technical aspect and the physical aspect and so on. And I feel my jiu-jitsu has done so. I
Nice.
got up so much.
So are you
just
like a
because of this
typical
match.
like lighter weight, inverting, rubbery kind of a player with a lot of flexibility, or generally?
Me? Yeah. I'm very flexible. Yeah, it's hard.
Oh
That's my
man.
goal. It's, yeah, this is very common in our division. People are flexible. you're passing and then they take the leg out
Yeah,
of nowhere.
man.
I'm
It's
sure you have
sometimes it's the worst. Like you're in like side control or something, and then the foot scrapes next to your face, and then it comes in between. All of a sudden, now they re-guard. It's
yeah,
like, how the
yeah,
hell do you
yeah.
do that? You know? Yeah.
So annoying, guys. So no, yeah, yeah. I'm
Good,
also a
good,
leg locker. I don't know if people know about this, but I'm a leg locker, so I will have answers for Mikey attacks, and I will have
good.
also
Wow.
counter them. And it's gonna
No,
be
yo,
very
very
interesting.
excited to see it.
The exchange we're gonna have. The exchange we're gonna have is gonna be very interesting because we're both,
Yeah.
high level grapplers, and I'm sure we're gonna make our match exciting. And I saw Mikey talking about how he's fired
Yeah.
up, and I love it, because that means it's gonna bring a lot to the table, and
Good.
I'm gonna
I
bring the
can't wait to
same.
see it. May 5th. It's going to be on Amazon Prime, I think, at 8:30, right? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so what does I've been asking all the guys that, I've been working with the one championship guys and things like this. So this is I'm sure maybe you've heard me ask this question before, but what does martial arts mean to you?
Martial arts
Yeah.
mean a lot to me because honestly, it helps me so much, not just on the mat, but off the mat, maybe even more off the mat in my daily life, because we get
Yeah.
pushed so much in training, especially competition classes and so on. And until I finish the competition class, nothing in my life is hard work.
Yeah.
Everything is easy. It gives me a lot of discipline. It helped me finish my education. It just helped me finish my education because it gave me a lot of discipline, a lot of drive to study, so I can. So it means so much to me, Yeah, I would say the most
That's great.
discipline, self-confidence, of course. And of course, it's a great sport where you're healthy. Sometimes not so
That's
healthy
true.
because you
Yeah. I'm
you
nursing a
beat it
shoulder thing
away.
right now. It's still like hurting right now. It's the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It depends how much you do it, how much you
Yeah.
push your body. But I think, yeah, I've been pushing my
Good,
body
good.
so much now. Maybe after the World Championship, I will take a real break, maybe for
Nice.
a week or so, and then come back. But the thing is that whenever I take a break, I just
Yeah, for
itch
sure.
to
Your
go back to
fingers don't
training.
hurt. And you're like, why is my hand like not hurting right now? You know what I mean? It's such a weird feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why is my body not? Why is my body is not aching?
Yeah.
Why am I sleeping good?
Yeah.
Everything's really
That's so funny, man. It's kind of universal, I guess, if you're grappling, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for
Yeah.
younger guys who, maybe trying to do what you're doing, who look up to you? Maybe even some of your Middle Eastern, kohais or the people who are like watching you, like, oh, this guy looked like me, sounds like me. I'm rooting for him. You have any advice for those guys? It doesn't have to be a Middle Eastern guy. It could be anybody who's listening who
Yeah,
wants to be a grappler. But yeah.
yeah. Now, speaking of Middle Eastern guys, I've had
Mm.
that used to train with me back home, and they're messaging me. They're like, "We're so inspired by you because you used to
Yeah.
train with us, at the same gym, and now you're like,
Oof.
fighting a one championship. This is this is huge." And I think hopefully, I motivated a lot of them to train. They're training so hard now. Right? Some of them are actually planning to come to Atos. So my piece of advice, I would say, consistency. Consistency is key. I think this is the main thing. I think this is what helped me achieve
Yeah.
a world championship. It was consistency. It was so hard to keep training when I was at Atos. The training room was so hard. You could beat up
Yeah.
every round sometimes. I remember I was talking to one of my teammates. I was like, that was actually before winning the Nogi Award. For the man, you make me
Mm.
question my jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
For the had no jiu-jitsu. You just being making, but then that's what you need, actually. You should be great, hard training partners. Because when I went to the competition, nothing felt harder than.
Yes.
So I would say,
Ah.
consistency is key. Discipline. Don't give up. Don't push yourself, but have a realistic schedule. Don't push yourself too hard or too easy.
Yeah.
You know where your limits are. So
Yeah.
you don't want to burn out. You want this to be a journey. It's not just for 1 year, 2 years. You want it to be a journey
Yeah.
for 20, 30 years. So make a realistic schedule. Keep competing. Don't worry about results. Just do your best. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You should enjoy training. If it's not
That's true.
enjoyable,
I love it,
what's
right?
the point?
Man, I can't get over the fact that
better
you
luck.
said like Ramadan, you can't drink water. Because like you can't drink water. So if you train in the morning, you're not drinking any water. Then you're going back to training in the evening. You're like, well, you're still dehydrated for the morning. All you want to do is
Yeah.
replenish your electrolytes. You must be wiped, man.
Exactly, man. And the thing is that I train in the morning, and then so when I break my fast around 17 or so, it changes, like by 1 minute or so. So I would train in the morning. Then before night class, I would do a drilling session. Then I would do the night class. Then in the middle of the class, I would do fast because our class finishes at like 7:45. So I would do a few rounds. So imagine I'm already dehydrated from the morning. I would
Yeah.
do a few, like 2-3 rounds at night. Then I feel when I hydrate, my body
Yeah.
goes outside. It's like there's something
Definitely.
weird going on in my body. My body's
Yeah.
like, what is going
Doing
on?
that for a month. So you're
Giving
probably
me
gonna.
some
When
water.
does Ramadan fasting end for you? Oh, tonight was the last night.
Tonight was the last night. Tomorrow is tomorrow day for us.
Oh,
It's called Eid
nice.
holiday.
So you did it for a month.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna
it's a
ask you, like,
big
how are you gonna
holiday
be competing, like this?
from one
But I guess it's done now, and you're probably feeling great about that, right? What did you eat
month.
like today after like?
Well, so we just like broke our fast about
Okay.
so maybe an hour ago. So I just had something very
Yeah.
light. I tried not to go heavy because I try to warm up my stomach. I drank a lot of water, some dates. I don't know if you know it's called sambusa.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, nice,
it has
nice.
some meat in it. It's like a piece, yeah. So I had soup, just warming up my stomach with something very light. But then later I would eat like
Yeah.
heavier meat.
Yeah.
I don't like to eat too heavy because
Mm.
I don't think it's healthy for you when you don't eat for 14 hours. And
Yeah.
you go hard on the food. And it makes me
Yeah. What are you gonna eat tonight? Do you know?
lazy too. Oh yeah, we're gonna already made
Nice.
rice, chicken. It's gonna be
Oh,
good.
that
Some
sounds
like
good,
Middle
man.
Eastern food. Yeah. Next time you're in San Diego,
Yeah, I
I'll
might
invite
have to drop by. You know the World Championships are happening out there, right?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one is gonna be
Yeah.
in Anaheim.
Yeah.
The World Champion.
It'd be fun to
IBJJF.
just kind of visit out there too, right? Wow, that's great, man. Thank you for sharing all the stuff that you shared today, man. Best of luck to you. I'm a fan. I'm gonna be watching you from on Prime. So best of luck with your grapple match with Musumeci. And is there anything you want to tell our listeners before you go?
Thank you. Make sure you tune in Amazon Prime. I promise you guys our match is gonna be one of the best, if not the best at night. We're prepared. I know my
Nice.
team prepared. I'm prepared. So you guys make sure you tune in. Thanks to all my coaches, and thank you guys
Yeah,
for
you're very welcome, man. It
having
was
me
a
on.
pleasure. Thank you so much, Osamah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
I appreciate
you.
it. I had a lot of fun.